That's what she said.
Top of the evening to y'all. What is up? It's your boy Flash, aka Malachi36 from ALWT Gaming, aka At Least We Try Gaming. I am here on episode 58, which if you're listening to Anchors, I believe it's episode 45 on Anchor. But episode 58 on YouTube and Twitch. I'm here with Mildewy Carrot. How are you doing today, good sir?
I'm doing okay. How about you?
Cannot complain. We're in August. We got 4 more months until the end of this year, and then next year we'll roll in, and hopefully we'll get some Horizon Forbidden West. Hopefully we'll go ahead and get some nice bangers like Sifu and everything like that, which we're all going to talk about all that in a minute. But as you guys can see, there's a number a third person on this chat, and that is It's the 9-Ball Corner Pocket. How are you doing, man?
Okay.
Are you sure? Are you sure? That doesn't sound too convincing.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, I was playing with my I'm playing with this Link console thing.
Yeah.
trying to get it linked to my phone so that I can download the game while everything's going on. But yeah, I'm doing good.
Are you living your best life? Good. I feel that.
We're living the gaming life.
Your gaming life. Every Tuesday, for anyone that's new to this, whether you're listening or watching live right now, every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a group of us get together and we literally just talk about video game news, updates, our thoughts about it, and everything. Yeah, we just like to kind of keep you guys in the loop on what's going on stuff that we're able to find and everything like that. Today, we actually do have a couple stories which do include the PlayStation 5 SSD storage update, a little bit more information about Halo Infinite, and again, more because this is ALWT Things Gaming, episode 58/45.
I don't know about that. I don't know about the Halo Infinite.
Yeah, it's up there. And of course, if you guys want to support us, make sure you guys are following us on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, social media pages. Just type in ALWT Gaming. On YouTube, you might have to type in At Least We Try Gaming because at least we tried. We also have a website at www.alwtgaming.com where you guys can get check out the rest of our feed there, and you can also get merchandise in the About Us section. You just got to click on the merchandise About Us. It'll take you to our store, and you can get like a hoodie or a shirt or a mug or a face mask or something along the lines like that. And then, of course, every Thursday is our Smite Night, which we will talk about that. I'll remind you guys at the end of all this. But I first want to ask you guys, what have you guys been playing lately? What have you guys been up to?
Mainly Smite and Conan.
Smite and
as
Conan.
Normal.
All right.
Yeah. Trying to get through points and everything and just get it done. Mainly I'm on Smite now just to get that battle pass.
Heard that. What about you there, 9-Ball? Anything out of the ordinary? I know you've been dabbing a little bit more in Final Fantasy 14, or not even really more, just continuously with Final Fantasy 14. I know you were getting through some Death Strandings. Like anything else out of that cycle that you're doing or playing or anything?
Returnal, and I've been experimenting. I tried my first stream on what is that? God, Too Close to the Sun, I believe it was called.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give that a go for a little bit and see if I can do that or not. So,
which I actually did catch a little bit on our page of you streaming, and it was only for like a couple seconds because we had to do other stuff. But yeah, it looked good, not too shabby. So if you guys are trying to check them out, again, it's the 9-Ball on Twitch. So www.twitch.tv/it's the 9-Ball. Yep. I myself have been playing pretty much all other types of stuff. Final Fantasy 14, progressing a little bit further in that. As of today, which is August 3rd, there's been new PlayStation Plus games, as you guys know. Hunter's Arena, we got the Tennis Tour Pro, and then Plants vs. Zombies. Of the 3 games, I downloaded 2 of them, and then the last one, Plants vs. Zombies, is just in my library in case I ever decide to come back to it. But yeah, Hunter's Arena, definitely, as far as I've played so far, is very crisp. and it's actually I'm liking what they did as far as like these how the combinations go, because it does feel like it's a mixture of Apex Legends mixed in with Smite, because your abilities do go on cooldowns and stuff, and then you do have an ultimate too as well, which is actually pretty cool. So yeah, so and of course it does get kind of give me vibes as Naraka Blade Point as well, but right now, and maybe just because I'm playing on the PS5, but so far if I had to pick between the two as far as tutorial goes, I would choose Hunter's Arena. That tutorial was a lot better to me than Naraka's Blade Point's tutorial. As much as I love Naraka Blade Point, the gameplay itself, the tutorial was better inside Hunter's Blade Point or Hunter's Arena. But yeah, so without further ado, our first story is quote unquote breaking story, because that was actually confirmed today from Sammy Barker and Stephen Tailby from Push Square, talking about the PlayStation 5 SSD storage confirmed. What's the best compatible PS5 M.2 SSD storage expansion? Sony has confirmed that it will allow you to expand your PS5s, included the 825 gigabyte storage. In parentheses, see also PS5 SSD. How much storage space does it have? End parentheses. By purchasing compatible internal PCIe 4.0 M.2 NVMe SSD drives. However, due to the nature of your PS5, you'll need to use a solid-state drive that meets the strict requirements set by Sony. Fortunately, as part of the PS5 guide, we're going to list the best PS5 compatible M.2 SSD drives and all compatible expansion PS5 M.2 SSD requirements. We'll update this page as more options become available, but in the meantime, click through the additional reading PS5 SSD, why it's better than HDD, end quote. So, and of course, again, that's on Push Square in case anybody wants to check that out. They have a whole lot of lists of different drives that you can actually get if you're looking into doing that. I personally I think this is good news. Again, you can actually expand your storage. You don't have to worry about deleting as many games or anything like that. I'm not at that point to where I need another external right now.
Yet.
Yeah, most of the games that I have, like I do have a handful of PS5 games. I do have some that are optimized for the PS5, but primarily most of them are still PS4 games, and I have a PS4 that has more like 2 terabytes in it right now. So if I really, really, really wanted to play those PS4 games, I can just switch on over to my PS4 if I don't have it on my PS5, or I could just delete what I'm not playing currently on my PS5 and then download it on my PS5 if I really want to. So as of right now, I don't have an absolute need for it, but also even if I did have a need for it, I don't know if I would jump into this immediately myself, just because they're still in beta. They did confirm certain requirements, yes, but they're still technically in beta, and I'm not going to be the type of person that would be like, all right, well, let me go ahead and try it, even though it's not fully tested or not fully confirmed, and then next thing you know, I have a big brick in my house, and it's already hard to get a PS5 and an Xbox Series X, as you guys both already know.
I don't think you would brick yourself more or less just the drive would work at all. The system wouldn't recognize it, so you wouldn't have much storage space at all. So normal PCs, if they don't recognize a drive or have a problem with it, they kind of just cut it out. So, but I mean, it's good that they're giving us the option, especially with an NVMe, to expand the storage. But I'm definitely with you there on that, Malachi, because they're saying it's in beta testing. Makes me wonder, okay, how long are you really going to be in beta testing for? Because, swallowing my beard. Having that, and because we were looking at these cards, and some of these cards are not cheap at all. Like, we're talking like hundreds of dollars. And if you can't get that to work and you break a formatting on it, that's waste of money right there. And unless you've got a system that you can then transfer it into to use, like I said, waste of money. So until we get confirmation of a full list and that, notice saying that this is completely done and good to go, I'm going to hold off to, unless it becomes an absolute necessary. But with how fast it is to upload and download games on here, I'm kind of with you on just delete the game you're not playing and then upload a new one and then just switch out. It's easy to download itself like 15 minutes. Go get yourself a sandwich. Make yourself a sandwich. Get a little tea. Get up, stretch your legs. Kiss your girlfriend or wife. Say you love them, that you haven't forgot about them while you're playing your games, and then come back.
And by the time you come back, it's downloaded in full.
Exactly. And it's even up and running, going, play me.
Mm-hmm.
Forget about the life outside. I'm the only thing that you need. And then you piss your wife and girlfriend off more. There you go.
yeah. I 100% agree. I'm not at a point to where I need to jump on to getting this storage as of yet. And I know actually both of you guys just recently got your PS5, so you guys might be even more at a not necessary need of this than I am. But I want to pass this question over to you, Nineball. Where do you stand with this news? Are you in a need of this? Is this good news for you? This bad news for you? Like, ultimately, where do you stand with the SSD update?
Well, right now I'm not needed, but it's definitely necessary. The games are getting bigger and bigger. I mean, when you look at Call of Duty, which is now over 100, and it's far from the only one. Let me get another game up real quick because the new game's coming out as well. What is that? Chernobyl 2 is Cyberpunk was
that was pretty big.
Cyberpunk was pretty massive.
60 gigs base point.
It's more than that.
Chernobyl.
No, I said base point.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not counting all the updates I have to do.
I'm trying to think. Chernobyl 2 was, I believe, over 100 for the new Chernobyl game coming out.
It doesn't surprise me. I mean, like you definitely said.
And that's
yeah.
And I can probably see the new Battlefield probably being
Battle 2042
over. Yeah, it's going to be massive.
More than likely.
A lot of these games are getting bigger and bigger, and they start out with so minuscule amount. Like they got like a terabyte, which it said about 800 gigs. 800 gigs.
Turbo was equal to 1,000.
That's 1,000
because it's like 1,000 megabytes for a gigabyte.
The only reason why they mentioned the 800 is because that's technically how much space was left over.
That's
because you got
OS.
You got OS systems installed, so you're gonna lose a couple hundred because of operating systems updates and all that. Yeah.
Like for example, mine I currently got only like 2 or 3 games. I only got right now. I got Fortnite. What is that other game?
Smite,
Warframe, and Returnal. And I got Returnal on mine.
Okay.
Those are the only games I got on mine currently.
Sidestepping real fast from the topic and the story, you mentioned Returnal. Have you started it yet?
Yeah, I've been playing through it.
How do you like it?
It's good. I'm still at the beginning. I mean, you're technically almost always at the beginning because when you die, you kind of start back over.
roguelikes.
Yeah.
They make you learn, or else.
Yeah, I was just kind of curious because I mean, again, as far as somebody that has just heard the reviews and not really huge into roguelikes like that, now being able to speak with somebody that has firsthand experience on it, I'm just kind of curious of where you're at with Returnal, and I was just curious. That was pretty much it.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, it's been pretty fun. I'm probably gonna get on it here shortly, but I gotta get my, what is that thing called? Oh, FF14. I gotta get through the my quest on there, and I'm probably gonna jump back on Returnal.
You mean you're gonna jump on Smite and level up your battle pass?
That too.
SSQ Gamer's Life. What up? Howdy. Hope y'all doing well. We are doing fantastic. Even better that you are here hanging out with us. We're just talking about the recent update as far as the PlayStation SSD expandable storage. What they went ahead and recommended, but right now it's still in beta. So not something that I 100% would recommend as far as like to my friends. I won't be like, hey, this is out right now. Like I'm the type of person that would be just waiting maybe about another year until more games are out in the wild, and I might.
The price needs to drop.
Yeah, because the prices are absolutely ridiculous for some of these. Like it's like, again, me and Nineball were talking off stream, just or pre-stream, I should say. That one in particular that we looked at was $900. That's more than the console itself. You know what I mean? Like that's a little ridiculous right now when you talk about strictly about storage. So
now, was that 1 or 2 terabytes there, 9ball?
It was a 2 terabyte one.
Yeah, there was some that was pushing $1,000.
Yeah.
For an NVMe 2 terabyte.
Yeah. So he says, oof. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you.
Stalker. Okay, I have Stalker 2 up. Stalker 2 has about, when that comes out, it's going to be 150 gigabytes of space.
Is that a cross console game? I thought that was just Xbox.
No, that's on all the consoles.
Huh. Interesting. I could have sworn that was just Xbox.
It's not just Xbox. Yep. Stalker 2 PS5. It's not just them. It's going to come out on everything.
Interesting.
Oh no, it won't. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I was supposed to say because they were promoting at the Xbox event at E3, so that's why.
That's where, because Stalker 1 is out on I know it's out on Steam, and I know Stalker. Oh yeah, it's PC.
Yeah. So it makes sense if it's PC.
I just thought about it for a second there.
So if you guys are looking into, if you guys are lucky to get your hands on a PS5, awesome. But I would recommend just waiting on the expandable storage, just because right now prices are ridiculous and they're still in testing. Don't put yourself through that heartache, especially if you end up having to waste money because it ends up frying your drive or something.
It's not going to fry it. It's just
I'm scaring them straight. You know what I mean?
What I read is so many caveats. Like it has to have a write speed above, like I think 5,500.
Yeah, well, 50.
And
yeah, 5,500. Yep, there's 5,500.
Jeez.
Yeah, it has to have so much write speed and asking for a particular port. Mm-hmm. So you really need to make sure, let them get the beta done, and then they can give you the exact things, and then you can look for them and get the one you need, other than spending $500 on a 2 terabyte one just to find out it doesn't work.
Yeah, I agree.
So let them get the work done. I mean, you're gonna have to get one because of the size of games, but I would at least let them get this part done.
But not now going back to, I just want to make sure this is clear for anyone that's listening and watching right now. All of us are in agreement that we'll need to eventually get one. What me and Mildy were talking about is getting one now is not necessary.
Yeah.
Is not
Oh
necessary.
no. Yeah.
Yeah, not now.
Don't do it now.
Yeah, because eventually, as Ninebot says, the amount of games that's coming out later on and the size of them is just going to be so massive that you're going to eventually need to get one. But again, talking about the immediate, you don't really need one right now. Just delete the games that you're not playing consistently right now. Upload the game that you want to check out. If it works out for you, cool, beat it. Then you can get another game on there that you want to play. Just swap them out that way. It's not going to be worth you risking your money to potentially upgrade to the next terabyte or 2 terabytes up.
Yeah, you're gonna kick yourself when they finally come out, say next year, and say, all right, full testing's done. Here's a listing, and there's a 2 terabyte with the write speed, and it's like $300-$400, and you spend a grand on it just to do it now. Like, it's really not worth it to do it. And with the size of games currently out, you can't do the uploads fast enough. So save yourself the money, save the paychecks for later, and still enjoy gaming.
And before we go on over to story number 2, I definitely want to, I almost forgot to do this, want to give a shout out to Ling_LeanX for the follow, Nathaniel177 Jordy for the follow a couple days ago, Hilo for resubscribing to us. We appreciate all of you guys for sure. And I know we mentioned it before. I think for some of them we actually ended up playing Bless Unleashed with, which was definitely a pretty fun 9 to 5 segment that we had there. But just want to give that little
fun game.
Yeah, we want to give that little shout out there and throw it out there to you guys. But story number 2 that we have on here is Halo Infinite Update, which is inside the thumbnail of the YouTube version. If you guys have watched that.
That face, 9ball.
Eddie Macick from GameSpot. Microsoft has announced new measures to help, quote, lower the barrier to entry everywhere, end quote, for Halo Infinite's esports endeavors and this includes supporting cross-play and cross-input play for online tournaments and some changes for in-person events more on that later, which I'm going to stop right there. There's more inside the article, but I want to make sure that you guys are hearing it's cross-play, but it doesn't mean that it's coming to PS5 or anything like that. They're just talking about
Halo's not coming to PS5.
Well, I'm just saying, full disclosure, I'm not the one that's saying it's coming to PlayStation or Nintendo Switch. I'm saying it's crossplay between PC and Xbox. That's what they're talking about. So
in your refrigerator,
that can Game Pass.
Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah.
PC Game Pass on your refrigerator.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that was clear before I continue this story. So, moving on. Quote: "We're excited to reveal that Halo Infinite Esports will be crossplay on all tournaments." End quote. 343 said in a blog post. Quote: "I have a beefy PC rig? Question mark or." Have a beefy PC rig? Great, you're ready to compete. Have a last gen console? All good, you're as ready as well. Just got your hands on a sweet new Xbox Series X? Nice, you're all set. End quote. So, talking about again the crossplay capabilities that's going to be on the Xbox Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass, yeah. But talking about Halo Infinite. Definitely seems cool, and so far a lot of people that's testing it right now in this alpha that actually just ended. But I know another test or flight, I should say, is going to be coming here soon. I did sign up for it to see if I can get in there and try to see if I can dabble on the Xbox Series X. That is one of the games I'm anticipating. That is one of the games that's on my Fantasy Gaming League, and I'm going to take a quick sneak peek at the Fantasy Gaming League right now. Give you guys a little update what's going on with that. So
I know Ohio's definitely not having a good time with this.
Yeah, I think he threw in the towel already. So right now this is our first year ALWT Gaming is doing the Fantasy Gaming League, and it literally works how fantasy football works. The only difference is that it's not on a week-to-week basis as it is through the year. It's an annual basis, and you're not just pairing up against one person at a time, or on a week, I should say. You're actually against everybody. For the course of the year, and then whoever has the most points at the end of the year is crowned victor. And how it works is that it's a 100-point scale, but 70 points is the threshold. Anything that scores above 70 on a Metacritic will gain you points. Anything that's below 70 will lose you points. And then, of course, you have counter picks that are for your opponents. So, again, if I have a game that it's the 9-ball counter picks, you only get one counter pick, and that's after the draft, which has already happened, and you can't change it. It has to stick for the rest of the year. But if you get one counter pick and that game does terribly, then the person that counter picked it gets the points, while the person that has the game loses those points. But vice versa. If the game does amazing, then I gain the points, but the person that counterpicked it loses those points. If the game does not release, or does not score, like if it just scores a 70, then nothing happens. It's just that whoever had picked that game can't switch it for another game, and they're screwed by getting less points. So with that being explained and said, here's how the list is looking at right now. I am representing ALWT Gaming with the list looking like this: Deathloop, Halo Infinite, Final Fantasy 16, Far Cry 6, Solar Ash, Dying Light 2 Stay Human, Call of Duty 2021, and I picked up, because Horizon Forbidden West is delayed until 2022, I picked up Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hinokami Chronicles. And I have a counter pick.
That was a lot of words.
Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba is the full name of the anime, and then the Hinokami Chronicles is the name of the game. But they're coming out with the Demon Slayer game. It looks fantastic. I'm getting all sorts of Naruto, Ninja Storm vibes. I'm very excited for this game. I don't know if it's going to score more than 80, to be completely honest with you, but it'll give me some points on the board, and it comes out in 2 months, and I don't see that getting delayed at all. So I'm very, very excited for this game. But God of War Ragnarok was my counter pick for Ohio, and it is not releasing this year, so I am set on losing him points for that. Zaka TV, which is being represented by It's the 9-Ball. He has Resident Evil Village, which got him 14 points. Returnal, which got him 16 points. The Medium got him 5 points. Ruin King, a League of Legends story pending to come out. Outward Soulstorm got him 1 point. Guilty Gear Strive got him 15 points. Mario Golf Super Rush got him 1 point. He has an open spot. So you dropped a game secretly thinking that we weren't going to do this and not notice. But yeah, you went ahead and dropped the game. I'm very curious to see what you're about to pick up because we only got 4 months until the end of the year. So let's see what it's at. And then he also successfully counterpicked Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 on Fantasy Football's list, which is not dropping this year.
Mario Golf, what happened?
Yeah,
I thought that was gonna be good.
And at current,
it got you 1 point.
Yeah, and I think well, I'll talk about it now because I don't want to forget it. I think the reason why it scored mediocre is because the critics are looking at it as a whole. Multiplayer is fantastic on Mario Golf Super Rush. The campaign itself is very forgettable. It's something that you're just like you're not drawn to come back to. And I think instead of it being an F or an A, they're giving it a C. That's the way that I'm looking at it.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. And Zaka TV is holding second place right now with 53 points as a total. And I didn't mention this earlier, but all the games that I listed that's on my list, all of them, every single one of them, pending to come out. Carrot Patch.
He threw the hell Perry. He's waiting for that catch in the back end.
Facts. I'm waiting for all the smoke.
Still waiting for that football to come down.
he's waiting for the Bengals to catch and win.
Carrot Patch Inc. by Mildewy Carrot. He has Monster Hunter Rise, which got him 18 points. Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, pending to come out. Shin Megami Tensei 5, pending to come out. Psychonauts 2, pending to come out. 12 Minutes, pending to come out this month. It Takes Two got him 18 points. Stray will not release.
It's on the drop. I missed it.
Diablo 2 Resurrected is the game that he picked up. And he has a counterpick of Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, which is still pending to come out. And then he has
that thing is estimated. And
he has a total fantasy point, which has him in 4th place right now for 36 points. In 3rd place currently, we have Fantasy Football, which has which is by Silent, by the way. He has Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, not releasing this year. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart got him 18 points. Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, pending to come out. New Pokemon Snap, 10 points. Axiom Verge 2, pending to come out. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, pending to come out. Battlefield 2042, pending to come out. Scarlet Nexus, 9 points. Back for Blood is a counterpick that's on Ohio's list. And he is in, like I said, he's in 3rd place with 37 points, only above you by 1 point.
Yep.
Illus Be Live, which is currently in 1st place right now, has Bravely Default 2 that came out. Near Replicant version 1 point and a lot of numbers. 13 points. Little Nightmares 2, 13 points. Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, pending to come out. The Dark Pictures Anthology House of Ashes, pending to come out. Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin, 11 points. Tales of Arise, pending to come out, and that game looks absolutely fantastic, by the way. Neo, The World Ends With You got him 11 points, and he has a counterpick of his brethren, Final Fantasy 16, which I'm not feeling too good. But yeah, like I said, he has 55 points in 1st place, and comfortably in last place, being the caddy for us, is Ohio with God of War Ragnarok, which is not coming out this year. Yeah, I got screwed, and part of that, a little bit of that, not all on Ohio's fault. A little bit of that is Gravity's fault, which he will admit. He kind of gave him some dirt on the Biomutant one, but yeah, God of War Ragnarok will not release this year. Back for Blood, pending to come out. Humankind, pending to come out. Evil Genius 2 World Domination got him 7 points, but was drastically taken away by Dungeons & Dragons Dark Alliance, which got him negative 11 points. I feel like it lost him more points since the last time we went over this.
For what I've been seeing from it, I watched like the ACG and the Angry Joe, that game got bombed.
Yeah,
hard.
Dude.
And people are going off on steaming about that one. I guess it's,
the funny thing is, it did this, and it's not exclusive to Xbox, but this is on Game Pass. People have this game for free, and it's still getting terrible, terrible reviews. So
the trailer looks fantastic. Like, I laugh at the trailer. But the fact that you're telling me the actual gameplay sucks and the actual content sucks, that just hurts.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Yeah.
D&D is such a huge universe. You got so much you could pull from and play from, and you bomb a game for it?
Yeah.
Ugh.
As a 40K,
looking at you going like, bro.
Literally, as a 40K fan, I feel you because our games been more misses than hits. Let's just put it like that.
Biomutant got -3 points, and he also has 2 open spots that he needs to pick
Thank you.
up.
So I would like to give a personal thank you for that one to Gravity for suggesting that game to him. Thanks a lot, Gravity.
Yeah, he has a counter pick of Halo Infinite, which is on my list, which is not looking good for Ohio right now. At this point,
spots are going to be filled.
At this point, unless I have like 4 games that's going to be in the negatives, I don't think that Ohio's budging from 6th place.
He has 400. He's not really.
he's
like, watch, I'm going to pull a sneak attack on you.
You never know. You never know. Yu-Gi-Oh! Can do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Man.
Love you, Ohio.
Yes, we do. Yeah, man. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We respect your Merlin in mid lane.
Yeah, we're and as you guys can see, we're having a good time here. We love again joking around with each other and just speaking positive and everything like that. But one thing that's not a positive thing is going to be our next story, which is president or no president. That is the question. This is talking about the Blizzard Activision allegation that's going on. Eddie Mackey from GameSpot says, quote, Blizzard President J. Allen Brock is leaving the company in the wake of the ongoing lawsuit over sexual harassment and discrimination against women. This was announced on Blizzard's website. Jen O'Neill and Mike Yabar will become the new co-leaders of Blizzard moving forward. O'Neill formerly led the team in Vicarious Vision, which recently became part of Blizzard. She had been the executive vice president of development at Blizzard since January. As for Yabar, he joined Blizzard in 2019 after a long career at Xbox, and most recently served as executive vice president and general manager of platform and technology of Blizzard. Quote, Jen and Mike have been more than 3 decades of gaming industry experience between them. Moving forward, they will share responsibilities over game development and company operations, end quote, Blizzard said. Quote, both leaders deeply committed to all our employees to work ahead to ensure Blizzard is the safest, most welcoming workplace possible for women and people of any gender, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or background, to upholding and reinforcing our values and to rebuilding your trust. With their many years of industry experience and deep commitment to integrity and inclusivity, Jen and Mike will lead Blizzard with care, compassion, and a dedication to excellence. You will hear more from Jen and Mike soon, end quote. Brock said in the statement, quote, I am confident that Jen O'Neill and Mike Yabar will provide the leadership Blizzard needs to realize its potential and will accelerate the pace of change. I anticipate they will do so with passion and enthusiasm, and they can be trusted to lead with the highest levels of integrity and commitment to the components of our culture that make Blizzard so special. Brock is leaving Blizzard to quote, pursue new opportunities, end quote. Activision Blizzard management said on in its own statement. Activision Blizzard will hold its next earnings call later today, August 3rd. So keep checking back while GameSpot for more context and information about the story and story. First and foremost, hearing this and getting more knowledge about what's going on, CEOs suck. Like, CEOs have the potential to suck. I should say that. Not all CEOs obviously suck, but
I'll say don't lump them all together.
Yeah.
There are those possibly smaller companies such that are really good, and other companies, bigger companies that are good. It's just, I think it's one of those positions that can possibly breed this type of thing. It's that influence of power and control in a way, and it's something that can just get out of hand. as we started seeing more and more being pulled out. And alongside of this, the head of the HR department for them is gone. Like, he left. And like, apparently the HR department was listed as an enabler of this, of the environment that was at Blizzard, because they stated that too many of the actual HR personnel that people would complain to were, and this is, like I said, just quotations I've been reading from articles, is they're stating that too many of the people who were in charge of the complaints from HR were actually were apparently like close friends with those enablers, so it wouldn't go anywhere, it wouldn't do anything, it would probably just single them out and get them fired or something. So it's yeah, that's just, with what I've been reading, it sounds to be really toxic.
The whole thing is very, the whole thing is very toxic, because again, like, when you have, and this goes across the board, like right now we're obviously talking about video games and everything like that. I've been listening to Kind of Funny Games talk about this too as well, pretty heavily. And when you have somebody that's in the sense of power, when you have somebody that's in a position and they're joking, talking about a person's suite being the Bill Cosby suite, you know what I mean? And like literally making references like that to where that's how this individual is treating women. Like, it's just, how are these people getting in these positions? Like, how are they not being held accountable for their actions? How are they not held to a higher standard on this? You know what I mean? It's just sick all the way around. So I don't. Yeah, no, I agree. I think that unionizing, which I think the first union actually had taken place this past Wednesday, but unionizing for this particular scenario is the way to go. And I think that this is the way. I think this is part of the reason why moves are starting to be made. I don't know how involved this J. Allen Brock was with anything. I don't know if this is just him being like, you know what, I'm done with this. This is how this is, and then he wanted to quit because of that, or if this is a way that he's leaving, like he's fleeing the scene. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know any of that. But I do know is that I know that this has been going on for too long. And I think they even have mentioned to where there's like a reporter who had brought this up. She brought up a question as far as like, would you reconsider sexualizing of women in your video games or whatever? And they laughed her and booed her off stage and stuff like that. Like they made a joke of her question, and it was a very honest and valid question. So, and that was years ago, by the way. That wasn't anything recent. But it was just like, again, why is that okay? It's not okay, but why is it being treated like it's okay? And how come it had to get to this point to where now the state of California has to step in and be like, listen, y'all out of control?
This is actually really sad. I've been watching it actually on, I don't know, I first heard about it on actually Hazelnut's channel, where she talked about it for a little bit, which are like, a lot of the big Warcraft streamers are really talking about it. Him, like I said, Asmagoroth has been touching on it, and they talked about it a bit. I was listening to a bit of it while I was on my way home, and Belair is talking about it. The thing you got to remember is everybody, you can't clump all the employees together in this. For what I've been understanding, a lot of the employees at Blizzard have been complaining about this stuff for a while.
Yeah, no one's complaining to the employees. I'm talking about the people above that, the people that's involved.
The articles I had, like some of them were talking about, like you said, with the HR department, like it wasn't all of them, but some of the main ones who were handling those were like shutting it down. Like, there was actually letters that they sent to them.
Yeah,
it looks
they actually just literally held a walkout.
That was the unionizing. They all just unionized and got out of that, or whatever. They all have planned that.
This is actually a huge problem. Blizzard's actually begun on its downturn. Blizzard is an interesting one because, to be honest, it's sort of like, when I was thinking about it, it's a lot like Rome, to where it's a company so big that the only way that it could die is if it killed itself. And that's exactly what's happening here. It's collapsing. You got to think about it. Everything's falling apart. This was the last one. Like, I just recently heard, because I heard about this through another incident that just recently happened. One of the massive YouTubers, another one called Preach, just left. This was like the final straw. He said, after hearing this, I'm through with Blizzard. And he just was like, I don't really know what I'm going to do for now, but I may come back. I don't know. But
just come back to Final Fantasy 14. You know what I mean? Just make it easy for yourself.
A lot of them are jumping ship. I feel like the main manager is jumping ship as well, because they know it's going downhill. but this is probably one of the best things that should happen to them. They really need to fix themselves up. They need to fix their image up.
Mm-hmm.
And the first step you need to do is get them people out of there.
Yep.
This though is not like when I listen to Hazel Nutton and they talk about that. This is not just a Blizzard problem. Just recently, Riot had the same issue with their with their employees, sexual harassment, all that. I remember that was a big one. Another company, God, I can't remember what the other company was. It's another one that recently had it as well. A lot of these people hit the point of money, and most of the time, like somebody says, most time when you get that rich, money will show who you truly are.
Mm-hmm.
And really, when they get rich like that, they feel like they're untouchable, they're invincible,
I was about to say that same thing.
That's really back to the whole power thing. They've got it's just unfortunate. Like they could be like the best person coming in, but then they start tasting more and more of that power and all, and then it can cause a downward spiral. So I'm not saying for all of them, but I'm just saying it's got that potential to do that.
And saying the Bill Cosby room, as they call it, they would say it was the Bill Cosby room. Yeah, because there was a tacky, because somebody said something about tacky shirts and stuff that Bill Cosby used to wear, and the room looked tacky. Something along that lines of that for an excuse. Well, it's not really good enough. They knew probably what that room was.
The dude's Twitter. It was he took a picture of all the alcohol getting prepared for the night. You're trying to lure some girls into your room.
I don't know if you saw the whole text.
Yeah.
I didn't see that one.
I seen the whole text. Bel Air, Bel Air, what was going over the whole text of that too. They were completely out of control in Blizzard, and the stuff they needed to be on, they weren't even on.
Mm-hmm.
They was taking people's money and was doing stuff like that. Really, you might want to not just fire them. They might need to think about maybe pressing charges or something.
Well, there is a lawsuit engaged.
There's a
lawsuit filed by the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing. Lawsuit alleges a toxic work culture at the company, including reports of discrimination and sexual harassment.
Yeah.
And this is across several Activision Blizzard Studios, King, Activision Blizzard, BNX, High Moon Studios, Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer Games, Raven Software, and Vicarious Visions. Pretty much, we're all a part of this, and we're all part of the lettering of this ABK Workers Alliance that they formed and did the walkout. So it's not just one small studio; it's pretty much across all of them. Like it's their entire setup.
One of the big problems is how they set it up. Most of them have private arbitration, which means you go between a panel of certain people. Riot had the same thing to where you would go to their personal arbiter or something like that, and they would decide what's going on. And really, they really need to bring in more outside sources in these.
They need to have better checks and balances.
They need
what it comes down to.
They need a person from the outside. You don't need to go to them. If you have sexual harassment problems, they really need an outside and not take it to the inside like that most of the time. It's sad to say because really, if they would handle it right, it wouldn't be this big of a problem.
Exactly.
But they don't want to handle it right. So
I definitely agree bringing in a third party.
A lot of them are asking for that. A lot of people, I believe, let me look this up.
Now the third party is the state of California.
No, they're asking for now permanently. They did the whole rights thing in there.
Yeah, no, I was just joking.
I know.
No, it was a letter apparently calls Activision leader to do better by fully addressing the list of demands. Also outlines actions of the self-taking, including building a worker-to-worker mentorship program, hosting open listening sessions, and facilitating monthly community meetings. It doesn't give a listing of what the full demands were, but including to force at arbitration, the adoption of inclusive recruitment and hiring practices, increasing in pay transparency through compensation metrics, and an audit of Activision policies and practices. Performed by a neutral third party selected by the employee-led diversity, equity, inclusion task force. They want that to be done by a third party, not have internals do it. Which, really, to be honest, with everything that's come forward, I would say that's going to be the best step to do to kind of like regain trust is to get that third party in there and saying, "Come in and help us," because apparently we've got some deep-seated shit that needs to get pulled out.
1,000%. 1,000%.
I definitely agree with that third party.
And and you can tell it's sad. It's all over on Blizzard. I mean, like I said, I still have WoW. I haven't played it in a while, but
I don't, and I'm proud of it.
I love StarCraft. Like, I'm sorry, like I love the game. I love the whole story plot for it. But I mean, I don't do anything else with Blizzard. It's just StarCraft and Diablo. I do Diablo, but other than that, like, I don't.
Yeah, but that's where the weird part comes in, because to be honest, like I said before, not everybody in Blizzard is
bad.
Bad.
Yeah.
It's sort of like the CD Projekt Red thing, which happened because there was people that actually had a love for Cyberpunk and that was making a game, but then the higher ups make a decision based on.
And that's ultimately that's the whole story that we're getting at, is the people that need to be the most accountable and most respectable and most aware of what's happening are the people that are not doing that. Because again, you have the people, the suits at top, that are like, oh, go ahead and push the game, it's ready. Then next thing you know, we have the Cyberpunk issue. You have the Riot issue. You have this issue. Like, this is not the first time this has happened in video game industry. This happens in the industry all together, not just video games. But this is, even though as much as this sucks right now, this is a good thing that this is coming to light, so that way more people can be like, hey, they can't just do whatever they want to do. You know what I mean? We need to make sure that when we are working for a business, that we are holding these people accountable. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Warren Buffett. You know what I mean? Like, go ahead.
Warren Buffett.
Well, I'm just saying in general. I don't care who you are. You're being held accountable for your actions. You're going to respect me as a human being. You're going to meet my demands or whatever the case is. You're going to pay me this much. If you don't pay me this much, I'm obviously not going to take the job. You know what I mean? Like, something along the lines like that, to where there needs to be some sort of equitude across it. I know there's some reasons where some people that's in the higher ups or whatever like that need to make more money. I understand the corporate portion of that. I do understand that. But ultimately, you need to make sure you're getting the right people in those positions. Because right now, you have a lot of dickheads that's out there that's taking these positions.
Yeah, and if you're EA or any of those other companies, you might want to take note here.
Exactly.
Just start now.
You may want to watch that social
just
current.
Start now.
Watch that social current, because I can guarantee you that, $400,000 yacht you just bought ain't gonna save you from it.
I
was being very judgmental there. I apologize to anyone who does have 4,000 yacht and isn't a CEO.
I'm judging you. $400,000 yacht.
I mean, what if they live on it? What if that's their house? What if that's their life?
Then that's smart. But if it's not, if you just have a $400,000 yacht just because, you're part of the problem. You know what I mean? I'm judging.
But that's social standing. That's how I'd be cool.
It could also get you cool. Just buying everyone a Crunch Bar. Shut up.
I like Butterfingers.
There you go. That's still under $400,000 guaranteed.
but in all seriousness, though, I'm gonna wish these two, Jen and Mike, the best. I mean, I hope they can get this. I hope Blizzard. I hope in the end that Blizzard gets this turned around.
They need. Yeah. I think they can. They can. They just need to gut everybody that's in the top right now. Just start from scratch.
I don't think they need to gut. I think what they need to really do is they need to audit them. So they need to relook at all their actions, things that have been done.
If you was in that text, I mean, if your name shows up in that text,
put them in a coffin.
I really think what they need to do is they need to go through an audit and check everyone. Oh, I got a gnat. Sorry, I slapped the screen there.
There you go.
But yeah, I think they really just need to do an audit of them, because, like you said earlier, and like we said at the beginning, we're not going to blame everyone and say they're all the same.
Right.
So there are people who probably either did enable. There are those who did enable but didn't do anything. There are those who tried to do something but were shut down. We don't know. We don't know the full story. We don't know exactly what is happening in there and what's going on at the top. So I definitely agree. Get a third party in there. What's supposed to be done. But no, I definitely agree. Get a third party in there. Get them to audit through everything. Get them to look at it from a new perspective, and definitely start working to correct it and build trust back in with your community.
Start rolling some of them heads out.
This ain't France.
We need the
freaking Nibel over here trying to go guillotining on us. Freaking Assassin's Creed Unity.
They gotta get them out. They gotta get them out. Just start calling them. Be like in school all over again. We need the following people to come to the office. Aaron.
You're right. That yeah.
Across the entire freaking
Come on.
campus, just like, well, Bob,
Come
where
on.
did your please bring your things to the front office?
Yeah, this is Malachi 36, and I approve that message. I approve that message wholeheartedly.
You ever seen that movie Lean on Me a long time ago?
Almost definitely.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, remember that scene when they kicked all them kids out?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That, you know what? That's a meme right there. That is a little gif. Let's get the little. I'm doing that. I'm doing that. That is exactly what's happening at later on this week. I'm making an Activision Blizzard gif and sending it to you guys. Yeah, no, I wholeheartedly agree. I think that right now this is a point where change just needs to be made. The moral of the story, and this is me jokingly, of course, saying this. Moral of the story: WoW players, just come to Final Fantasy 14. Just make your life easier on yourself. You know what I mean? You had it.
You're
had
still
your
paying
time.
money, so it's not like you're losing anything.
You're actually paying less. You're actually paying less money.
Well, the thing about it is, like most people are saying, is basically if they can fix the top area, you might be able to save that. I mean, a lot of people are saying in order to save the game, going to game wise, some people are saying they just really need to just start over in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of hit it with an ARR, like a Realm Reborn. Put some crappy story with Nosgoth maybe destroying most of the Earth or something. You just start over from there.
Mm. Well,
yeah.
even so, like, and more of a reality set right now, in a reality standpoint. We are the people that's like kind of paying attention to this because we're looking for news. We're diving deep inside the gaming world. You have the other percentage of the people that they're like, oh, this is WoW and that's it. They have no idea on a political standpoint of what's going on at all. Mm-hmm. They just be like, oh, this is the new WoW expansion. Let me go ahead and get it.
They're like, I'm leveling up to 95 and I've got this top tier gear. Sorry,
a lot of the WoW problems is basically like when I listen to Belair and them, they went over is that they don't really respect the people's time. So it's like you get like the highest tier mythics. Let's say you do 21 keys, and then the next expansion comes out. Basically, that stuff is now worthless. So now you got to basically start over
all the way out. Yeah.
And it's sort of like that to where you got to keep going through this. It's sort of like a vicious cycle, where some of the things. I mean, like for example, I still kind of like the game. I mean, I love the amount of healer options you have, the amount of different tank options you have, the amount of different utility and different types. But over the years, certain things have just been like it's so bad because only certain healers have became just dominant, and they have remained dominant. It's like WoW just really doesn't care about most of its players anymore.
Doesn't care about balancing the system?
Not really.
Yeah, it sounds like they don't do anything, especially if like you've got tier 2 grade and a certain upgrade, and then you go to the next one and everything's now useless. Like, the scaling sounds way off. And I'm kind of glad I never got into WoW at all. Like, the whole pay-to-play thing turns me off, as everyone knows. Mm-hmm. But that's very discouraging that they do that to their players and make them grind for an extra time and then do an update and make them regrind again for something higher up because they are now obsolete. Like, I mean, I understand an update means you get more stuff, more power, but that doesn't mean you make everything else past it completely obsolete, you know?
I'm right there in the middle of it because ultimately you grind, you get this gear, and then take DC Universe for example. When that was coming out, and that one was pay to play for a time period, now it's free to play. But during the time period, you were able to hit tier 1 gear. And then after that was the Superman expansion. So, like, yes, you were able to do this if you were fully geared, but then, like, at that point, like, it was really kind of hard to do, almost impossible to do unless you had some people that were already semi-geared for the next raid because it had stepped up. So I don't think necessarily making your gear obsolete is necessarily a bad thing, especially if there's new content with stronger characters in the dungeons that's coming out. However, if you have to go through a whole grinding phase, like literally, and that's where I think the time is kind of coming into play to where you're like, at that point, it's just like, if you want to compete at this level, then you have to put in another 80 plus hours just to get a boot, and then another 80 plus hours to get the chest, and then another 80 plus hours to get the gauntlets. Like, that in itself would be very inconvenient and definitely inconsiderate of the player's time. But because I was about to say MMORPGs, they do that already. Whenever there's a new patch, new update, new gear comes out, your stuff is probably not the best stuff, but you're able to at least hang in there a little bit, so that way you can start getting the better stuff as you go along, and the grinding's not going to be too egregious. Sounds
the thing about it is about the whole system becomes useless. Like for example, when you went from let's say Legion to BFA, you had your artifact weapon, because I had my artifact weapon. It was powered up and everything. They basically in the story drank the weapon, so now the weapon's just nothing but a stat beat stick. It has no
See,
ability.
now that's BS. That is BS. Yeah.
That's why I was going to ask Nightball for clarification. So it's like, because I'm okay with it being mid grade. Getting it turned down to like say you're at like now a mid grade battle level for this new update, because you got this legendary tier stuff, and you have to go through and maybe do some bit more grinding, but it's not as tedious as is. But Nineball made it sound like no, you're completely, even with tier like high tier N4, I don't know what they'd use for WoW, sorry guys, but like your in-game stuff for the last update for WoW and all, and then the new update comes out, it sounds like you're back down to like beginner levels is what it is.
Well, it's that, and like I said before, the balancing, particularly with me and the healing, like I play a lot of healers. I liked it mainly in BFA. I will probably play Holy Priest, but you couldn't get in any matches Holy Priest, because to be honest, everybody wanted the same two classes. I could get in the low keys, but not high keys, not as a Holy Priest. Most people either want a Disc Priest or a Paladin. These were the ones most people wanted. And another problem with it, oh God, I came in with the other, let's just say it was quite a bit. Flying is, of course, tied to loyalty missions, but you had to get loyalty to, I believe, certain creatures to get to learn how to fly. But that really wasn't a big deal. I liked it, most of the raids. Oh, the GCD introduction.
GCD.
Yeah. WoW, 14 has it. But 14 does it to where it's part of the game, where you have like the
Aether points.
No, it's every ability has like all your abilities has a 2.5 GCD or cooldown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's your global cooldown.
Yeah.
So if somebody ever says GCD.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But they have abilities which can weave in the middle.
Yeah.
When they did it with the Affliction Warlock, to be honest, it was the clunkiest feeling when I first moved over there. And some of the reworks they did on some of those abilities were just, God, I hated Affliction for a while.
Yeah. Moral of the story again, just come on over to Final Fantasy 14, WoW players. Just come on over to Final Fantasy 14.
Or play some Smite.
Which is also free, unless you get in the Battle Pass or certain skins.
You can earn the Battle Pass.
That's why I corrected myself and said or certain skins.
Yeah, there are certain skins though that I definitely will gladly support them for, and dump loads of money.
Yeah, definitely.
I am not Ohio.
Still
love you, Ohio.
The last it's not necessarily a story, but I do want to talk about it because we're getting towards the end of 2021. We're going inside 2022 within just short of 5 months. So we're going to be talking about video game releases dates of the 2021 for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X/S, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. So this is covering everything. And I want to start with August. So now some of these games I'm going to mention, they're not necessarily new, but they might be new to the platform. For example, this very first one, August 10th, is Godfall is coming to the PS4. That's actually that was originally a PS5 exclusive for console. They just announced at the beginning of this year that is going to come to the PlayStation 4. And it's going to be crossplay. So that's one example there. It is coming to PC. I don't know if it's on PC now, but I know it was coming to PC.
It's been on PC.
Yeah,
it's been on PC.
Well, I was about to say if that's the case, then it came out it came out the same time that it came out on the PS5 because I know they're pushing the PS5 one first.
Yeah, if you want it, it's been on Epic for God knows. Well, the 5 people that use Epic would know this. But it's on Epic.
So I'm going to go through each month and I want to kind of talk about it and just see if there's any games that we want to have our excitement level be about. So again, number one, Godfall coming to PS4. August 12th is Skatebird, which is coming to Xbox One, Switch, and PC. August 13th is Hades coming to PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X/S, Xbox One. August 17th is Humankind coming to PC. August 19th is 12 Minutes coming to Xbox Series X/S. I'm just going to say Xbox Series moving forward. So 12 Minutes is coming to Xbox Series, Xbox One, and PC. August 20th is Madden NFL 22, which is coming to PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, PC, and Stadia.
Wait, that's still alive?
So August 24th.
Like, holy crap.
August 24th is coming to King's Bounty.
What is...
King's Bounty 2, which is PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. August 25th is Psychonauts 2, which is coming to PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, and PC. August 27th is No More Heroes 3, which is coming to Switch. And then August 31st is New World, which is on PC. Any of those games, Godfall, Skatebird, Hades, Humankind, 12 Minutes, Madden, NFL 22, King's Bounty 2, Psychonauts 2, No More Heroes 3, New World. Any of those interest you? Is there any anticipation for you guys on those games?
12 minutes just because it's on my Final Fantasy thing. It actually looks kind of interesting. I want to see more on the concept of it, and then of course Humankind for sure. I play a lot of games like this, like Civ 6 and all. I'm trying to get you on that, which is a hard thing to do. But yeah, no, I actually can't wait for Humankind. I'm actually thinking about just going ahead and just pre-ordering it. But that game looks really fun.
They got another game here that looks interesting. You ever heard of Aliens Fireteam?
It sounds familiar. You're gonna have to remind me.
Yeah, no.
It's basically an Aliens franchise. You play with your friends.
Yeah, no, I haven't. Is that
the?
I think that's like one of
so
the.
long ago.
I was about to say, that's not an older game, is it?
No, it's coming out August 24th.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think that was something that they had promoted at the Xbox event that was coming out to Game Pass.
But
oh wait,
yeah,
isn't that a game that looks like? I can't remember if that was like. Oh, this one, Fireteam. I've been getting the trailers for this. Yeah.
But of the games you mentioned, I would have to say New World.
New World, yeah, that one is a pretty anticipated one for on MMORPGs on PC. Of the games I mentioned, I am curious as far as Godfall goes for PS4. And also for the DLC that they have for that one looks actually pretty cool. I do want to give Hades a shot, but I don't know if I really want to pay full price for Hades. Especially, like, if I do end up trying Hades, I'm not going to get it on the current consoles that's coming out for right now.
I believe it's coming out on Game Pass.
What, Hades?
Yeah, I want to say Game Pass, but don't quote me on this.
Yeah, I was about to say, that one I'm not too sure. But I know it's coming to Xbox, but I don't know if it's going to be on Game Pass, though.
I'm going to check right now.
Does anybody have any thoughts about 12 Minutes?
Coming out. It looks interesting. I have no idea what it's about.
Same here. I have absolutely no idea. Like, it looks like it's from an overhead point of view, possibly.
Yeah, it's It's from overhead. It's kind of like almost a murder mystery thriller type of game. It's an interactive thriller. So, if I remember right, it was it's like a murder goes on. Like you have to. It's very interesting. So I would definitely say, if you like games that are not like actiony, but more like very interactive, almost puzzle solving thriller styles, like
I love those.
Definitely would probably recommend maybe checking out the trailers for this one.
All right, I'll give it a go. To answer
check
your
out
early
the trailers.
question,
Yeah, it's very interesting.
To answer your earlier question, I'm sorry for.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. I did that earlier. Payback.
Hades
I understand
is
karma.
Hades is coming to Game Pass.
Interesting.
August 13th, 2021. They got it on here to pre-install.
I've been told by friends to play it. They had it on Nintendo Switch, so they said it's a really good game to play. It definitely looks interesting, but I still have to get through Breath of the Wild first. So yeah, I definitely want to get it, but I'm definitely with Malachi there. I don't want to pay full price for it.
Yeah. So with it coming to Game Pass, that's good news for me. I could just play it on my Xbox Series X. I'd rather play it on my Switch, but
yeah,
I don't know. For September, We have The Medium coming to PS5.
Nineball.
We have and that's September 3rd. September 7th is Sonic Colors, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. September 10th, Life is Strange True Colors, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, PC, and Stadia. September 10th, Tales of Arise, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, PC. September 10th, WarioWare Get It Together on Switch. September 14th, Deathloop on PS5 and PC. September 16th, my sister's birthday, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Extraction on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, PC, and Stadia. On September 17th, Origami 2 on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, and PC. On September 21st, Kenna Bridge of Spirits on PS5, PS4, and PC. On September 23rd, Diablo 2 Resurrected on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. On September 23rd, Sable on Xbox Series and PC. On December 23rd, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot on Switch. On September 23rd as well, this is all on September 23rd. The last 4 games on September 23rd is Lost Judgment on PS4, PS5, Xbox Series, Xbox One. September 28th is Ghost Runner on PS5, Xbox Series. On September 30th is Astra Ascending on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. On September 30th is Life is Strange Remastered Collection, PS5, Xbox Series, Switch, PC, and Stadia. And TBA, but supposed to be in September, is The Gunk on Xbox Series and PC. The Gunk is on Xbox Series and PC, but it doesn't have a date, but it does say it's supposed to be in September. So any of those games outside of Kenna, because we already are everyone, I think every single one of us are very excited about Kenna Bridge of Spirits. Am I wrong there?
Oh, it's getting pre-ordered as soon as I can.
Yeah, that game looks absolutely fantastic.
I believe I already got mine pre-ordered. I did mine on Epic.
Yeah,
they already have it up for pre-order.
Yeah, I mean, you can actually, if you wanted to, I was about to say, you can actually have a pre-order right now through the PlayStation Store as well. But it is coming to PC as well. So if you're a PC gamer and don't have a PS5 or a PS4, because it is on PS4, then there you go.
I'm gonna do it on 5. I have a good PC, but
yeah, I want that haptic feedback action, man. I want that haptic feedback action, the whole shebang. I am of these. All right, so the Medium, Sonic Colors, I'm interested in Life is Strange True Colors. I'm interested in that.
Sonic Colors.
No, well, there's Sonic Colors. Yeah, that's coming to PS4, Xbox
but
One,
you've
Switch,
got
and
Life is
PC.
Strange True Colors too.
Yeah, right after that, literally.
No.
Yeah. So, but I am very
about that color.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Sonic games lately?
Yeah, I've seen them. Apparently there's a huge hype behind Sonic Colors though. I'm not exactly sure why.
Make everybody colorblind.
But yeah, I am interested in Life is Strange True Colors. I'm very excited about Tales of Arise. That game looks fantastic to me. Cannot wait for that.
Looks good.
Yeah, that looks great. I do want to try Deathloop. I don't think I'm gonna get it at launch though.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a launch title.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna wait on that, see how it goes. And I am curious of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot and how that's going to run on the Switch. Outside of that, there's nothing else. There's nothing else here. I'm not going to pick it up. I already own it on PlayStation. But I'm curious to see how it does run on the Switch. October. We have October 5th, Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One. You said what?
I said you skipped us. You didn't ask us how we felt.
Yeah. No, actually, you guys. I said other than Kenna Bridge of Spirits, is there any other games on here that you guys? And then we went into Kenna Bridge of Spirits.
Well, you were talking, and then I don't know if Nineball had any, and then I didn't go.
Well, my bad, Mildewy. The court is yours.
I was just gonna say I'm definitely excited for the Life is Strange series.
Mm-hmm.
I love playing that on the PS4, and I can't wait to play it on 5. Like, it was a really, really good interactive story, and I can't wait to do True Colors. I didn't do 2.
I didn't either.
2 looked really weird to me. I mean, I may go back and pick it up later if it goes on sale. but Life is Strange is very good, guys. So I can't wait to see what they do with Life is Strange Two Colors. Um, the Lost Judgment seemed kind of interesting, especially kind of funny with some points, So I'm definitely kind of interested in that. Diablo 2 Resurrected, I cannot wait to get my hands on.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh,
and
Yakuza. Okay.
and then the Gunk actually, if it does come out, it actually does look kind of interesting. In terms of content and so far, or in terms of gameplay so far. I would definitely want to see more. Uh, I'm kind of sad it is only coming to PC, and I'm kind of curious. Is that just I have to look on it if it's just PC for Microsoft Game Pass, or if it's for Steam or Epic Store or something like that, or maybe if it's on the Microsoft Store. I don't know. So, but no, I'm actually September's going to be a definite month. I'm going to have to take off for gaming because
So
there's a lot coming out.
I'm looking at it right now because I guess all right because you mentioned Lost Judgment. I've been playing Judgment on PlayStation Now, and
Mm-hmm.
it has its moments where it's kind of cool. Like I feel like I would really enjoy it and really get through it if I have someone to play with because it is fun. It has that Yakuza feel. It does have that Sleeping Dogs feel. Even a little bit of what's the Square Enix game? Oh crap. Oh, it's Shenmue. Even has like a little bit of a Shenmue feel too. Um, but it doesn't fully gravitate with me as far as like a solo play. Like I guess the story's just not as engaging as I would like it to be for me. But I'd love to play it with another person because it is co-op. Um,
That
the
was Judgment, right?
Yeah, that was Judgment. The thing though is that like I also was wondering how many gameplay hours there are. I'm looking at it right now, and it's saying that the main story, if you're the main line, it takes about 28 hours to beat the whole game. If you did the main story and extras, it's about 45 hours and 47 minutes. If you're a completionist, so getting all of the if you're getting all of the trophies and everything like that, it's about 95 hours.
I mean, 45 even just for base side quests and all is pretty good.
Yeah.
Now I know like some people like just prefer the main line, so 20 hours might seem a bit low to them. But I think probably some of the extra fun content comes from some of that side missions. And just watching the trailers for it, it just seems like it's got some good little mini games in there, little side mission stuff to kind of help move the game along and make it kind of interesting because it is one of those just like detective style games
Mm-hmm.
with mixed with Yakuza. But
Yeah.
I actually would really want to try and give that one a try. Now, am I going to get it first launch? Probably not, but it's definitely on my radar.
If you do end up getting the first one, though, let me know, and I can play with you on PlayStation Now. Or if it's off of now at that time and it's like cheap enough, I'll pick it up and play with you. Because that like I keep getting into it and I keep starting it, and it's pretty fun for when you're playing it. But then like the story just kind of loses me a little bit, and then you just kind of fall out easily of trying to complete it. So but again, I think that would change if I had another person to go in it with me, co-op mode.
Gotcha.
So yeah, before we move on back on over to October, Nine Ball, do you have any comments on any of the games that's for September?
For September. Shoot, sorry, I was kind of getting caught up real quick on some of the games.
Are you good?
With the medium coming out, I'm gonna give you a quick thing. 'Cause I did play a bit of it. You have to be. It's more of a, I would say, a sole successor to Silent Hill, the original, and the fact of how it plays, because it's not really like a normal style game. It's gonna play exactly like those old school horror games. So keep that in mind before you jump in there.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of hit or miss the way it plays. So, because you got to switch between the two worlds at almost any given time. Life is Strange. The True Color seems interesting. I did like the original Life is Strange, and
yes.
Tales of Arise would probably be. That's it for me for those two.
All right.
I don't even want to imagine Sonic Colors.
All right.
I'm not going to talk about that.
No, we're not.
Going on over to October, we like October 5th, we have Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PC and Switch. Far Cry 6 on October 7th, which is PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, PC, and Stadia. Metroid Dread on October 8th for Switch. Also on October 8th is the Nintendo Switch OLED model. So they threw that in there, and it's not a game, but it is releasing. October 12th, Back for Blood on PS4, PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Battlefield 2042 on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, PC. The Dark Pictures Anthology House of Ashes on October 22nd as well on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, and PC. October 26th, Guardians of the Galaxy on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. October 26th as well, Solar Ash on PS5 only. October 28th, we have Age of Empires 4, which is a PC, but we also have Riders Republic on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. And then October 29th is Mario Party Superstars on Switch. Any October discussions for any of these games, gentlemen?
A lot.
You can go first then, Nineball.
Like he was talking about, he's got to take off September. I might have to take off October.
Okay.
The Dark Pictures Anthology looks interesting.
Okay.
And I have a few of those I need to burn through.
That actually looks, if it's multiplayer, let me know, because I will actually jump in that with you. Like, it looked kind of cool when I saw it at the little presentation.
Yeah, it does look it looks very fun.
And there was another game that you could actually, that was very similar to this, but it was, like, it was an anthology thing, but it was 2-player, and because I know Greg Miller had talked about it with his buddy Poe, and they ended up playing through it. I can't remember what it was called, but I think it's the same company that makes the Dark Pictures Anthology, and something like that sounds really cool.
I'll check it because I have a few of those on my thing.
Okay.
I don't know about Far Cry 6. I'm gonna just leave that one alone. Metroid Dread, Back for Blood.
Yeah, we gotta get you a Switch first. Metroid
yeah,
Dread.
but yeah, Back for Blood though.
Yeah,
you can get the OLED one when it comes out.
And Battlefield 2042.
Oh man.
Yep.
I mean, come on, a meme. Okay, a man riding a tornado.
You're right.
No, I know.
You're right.
I know. Still not gonna do it.
I'm probably not gonna get it day one, but I definitely want Back for Blood.
Yeah, you have Xbox Game Pass. You'll have it.
I know. I can't wait to try it out.
Yeah.
It was what came out on the 29th?
Is Mario Party Superstars.
What came out before?
Before that was Riders Republic.
Riders Republic.
Yeah.
What's the last one?
Solar Ash was it? You're not interested in Solar Ash at all?
I am, but I'm more interested in Riders.
Okay. Okay.
I need that sports game in my life.
Heard that. What about you there, Nine? It's Mildewy Carrot.
Definitely with Nineball and Back for Blood.
Okay.
Trailers look fantastic. Can't wait to play it. See what that's about. Solo and co-op. Solar Ash definitely looks good. Definitely not going to pick it up first, day drop, but it definitely looks like a game I want to play. Age of Empires 4, I cannot wait for. Age of Empires got me through college. Like, that was one of my main strategy games with StarCraft through college. Like, that's how I got through it. That's how I did most of my stuff and got through some of my angst of, like, you want a freaking project done in, like, 1 week? Like, here you go. Just rage with my Germans, across the field. Mario Party Superstars, I kind of want to look more into. I can't remember. This is the one where they said
it's
they're
a
only
remaster.
Releasing,
yeah,
they're only releasing like 4 old maps or something like that. Like, if it was like a new Super Mario, like a Mario Party, then I'd be happy because I like the Mario Party series. But the remaster one just is like, eh. Riders Republic looks okay. I'm not a big sports fan person, so I'd have to look more into that to see how it goes. But I have to say, tops
snowboarding. Literally,
I'd have to look more into it, but I definitely would say tops are definitely Back for Blood, Age of Empires, for sure. Battlefield, maybe, if I feel like it, But other than that, not too much.
Ooh,
I'm up there with Nineball to where there's a lot of games actually on here that I'm interested in. Far Cry 6 is on my radar. I don't know if I'll actually pick it up, but it is on my radar. I'm not really into the Metroid series, but I don't know. We'll see. Back for Blood. I'm gonna have my Series X, so I'll have it already, and I am excited that it has crossplay on there. Battlefield 2042 is a pickup for me. I'm very excited about that. Dark Pictures Anthology, I would only get that if it is multiplayer and I do have someone to consistently play with on like a weekly basis or on an occasional basis. Guardians of the Galaxy looks interesting to me because it does have some Dragon Age elements in there and it looked pretty fun. Solar Ash, not really on my radar right now. Maybe if it's a plus game, but I doubt it will be, but maybe if it's a plus game, I'll check it out. Riders Republic is up there for me, and I would be interested in getting Mario Party Superstars, but I would get it again if I have a group of people that's playing with it, just because I don't have the original Mario Parties anyway. So this wouldn't be like a waste of money for me. It would just be me just getting the original Mario Party. November, we're almost done we're almost done for the year. There's only two games that's in December, so I'm just gonna lump them all together, and then there's other games that's supposed to be coming out this year that's still yet to be confirmed. But right here we have November 4th, Just Dance 2022. Just Dance is still going on. It's still going on. But anyway, Just Dance 2022 on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, PC, and Switch. November 9th is Forza Horizon 5. Yeah, baby. Xbox Series, Xbox One, PC. November 11th, Grand Theft Auto Online on the PS5 and Xbox Series. And that's literally just Grand Theft Auto 5, which is right after that. November 12th is Shin Megami Tensei 5, which is on Switch. November 19th, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl on Switch. November 23rd, Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker on PS5, PS4, and PC. December 3rd is Advanced Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp on Switch. And December 7th is Dying Light 2 Stay Human, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, and PC. With the mixture of November and December, is there any games on here? We're going to start with you, Mildewy, that stick out to you that you want to check out, that you're excited for, anything like that?
Yeah, Shin Megami Tensei 5, definitely on there. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. I love the Pokemon series, so I want to see what that does on the systems with Switch. And then definitely Advanced Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp looks really fun. And then Dying Light 2 Stay Human. I played the original Dying Light series. I think I completed it, but I'm going to have to go back there and double check again. But it definitely was a very interesting story, and I'm kind of curious to see what they do with this new one, because I heard for this one that they've got like more like elements to it of like, choosing one faction over another can, hurt or help your settlements that you got.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to be interesting to play that, because I do like those choice-based stuff where you have to choose and decide. And from just some of the trailers I saw, I think I know who I'm going to go with,
Yeah.
Even though some of them are just very with some of their choices, but it's like it's the lesser of two evils. So yeah. But yeah.
Okay. 9-ball.
Oh god, I can't remember a single one of them.
Just Dance 2022, Forza Horizon 5, Grand Theft Auto Online, which is Grand Theft Auto 5, come to the consoles, next gen console, I should say. Shin Megami Tensei 5, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, Advanced Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp, and Dying Light 2 Stay Human.
Okay, yeah. The only ones I really heard was Forza 5, Shin Megami Tensei 5, which I need to know what that even is. I've seen those, but I haven't really played them.
Mm-hmm. I haven't played them either, but 5 definitely has got me interested. So I'm gonna check out to see if I don't know if they got them on Steam or not.
I have them on my PlayStation Mini. Some of them, I think like 1 or 2, I think is on there, and you made me forget the third one.
I'll say it again, but not the ones that you had just mentioned. So Just Dance 2022, Grand Theft Auto Online, which is Grand Theft Auto 5, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker.
Fantasy XIV Endwalker.
Understandable.
Of course.
Understandable. Dying Light 2 doesn't do it for you?
I haven't played Dying Light yet.
Okay. And I'm kind of in the same. Well, not really. Forza Horizon 5 is on my list for sure. I don't care about Grand Theft Auto. I'll play it, but I just don't care about it like other people do. I think it's just because I'm past it. I'm past that whole like the never-ending world right now. I'm ready for 6. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl has me interested, but I feel like I need to know more of the Pokemon that's currently out because I'm still about the old school the first gen Pokemon still, with a little bit of the second gen Pokemon that was after them. 100% Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker. Cannot wait for that expansion. And then Dying Light 2 Stay Human. That one I actually beat the first one with Gravity and Abs. So I beat that together because it is a multiplayer game. When you get to the final boss of the first one, you have to go in solo. You can't go in with your buddies. But that Dying Light 2 Stay Human does have me interested in, like, after seeing the trailers and stuff like that and seeing what choices you can have and to see if it's going to be multiplayer again. I am very excited for all that. Other games that's supposed to be launching this year or have launched, because some of these actually have launched, they follow as this: Axiom Verge 2 on Switch, which again, all these games again supposed to be coming out this year if they're not out already. Axiom Verge 2 Switch, Braid Anniversary Edition on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Chorus on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series.
I've seen that one, and it looks interesting too.
Looks like a Star Fox. Xbox One, PC, and Stadia. Clockwork Aquario on PS4 and Switch. Crossfire X on Xbox Series and Xbox One. Cyberpunk 2077 on PS5, Xbox Series. Digimon Survive, which that one actually intrigued me. And that's on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Doctor Who, The Edge of Reality, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Actually, rewinding back, Digimon Survive, I think it was actually delayed till...
It's delayed till 2022.
Yeah, 2022. That one did intrigue me. So this, maybe they just overlooked that by accident. Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires. I'm actually very curious about that one because I haven't played Empires in forever, and they're fantastic. Probably one of the best Dynasty Warriors that's out there. But Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Evil Dead, the game, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, PS5, PS4, PC. Goodbye Volcano High, PS5, PS4, PC. The Good Life, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Halo Infinite, Xbox Series, Xbox One, PC. Jet the Far Shore, PS5, PS4, PC. Little Nightmares 2, PS5, Xbox Series. Mech Warriors.
That was already out.
No, that's what I'm saying. Some of these might actually already be out.
Either out or maybe launching for a different system that they weren't for before.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Mech Warriors 5, Mercenaries, Xbox Series, Xbox One. Ruin King, A League of Legends Story, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, PC.
When is that coming out?
We don't know. It's just these are just games that slated for this year still. They haven't been delayed or anything like that, except for the Digimon one. That one has been delayed. They just didn't update on this one. Sam & Max. This time it's virtual. PC. That title is hilarious. Instead of this time it's personal, this time it's virtual. That's awesome. Shadow Man Remastered. PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC.
Yeah, I already got that.
Shadow Warriors 3, PC. Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, PC. Shredders, Xbox Series, Xbox Series X. It's not even for the S, just for Xbox Series X. Temtem, PS5, Xbox Series, and Switch. I'm surprised that Temtem is on Switch. I'm very surprised because Temtem legit is like an Xbox and PS5 version of Pokemon.
It's the old game. Leave it alone.
Yeah,
it's not.
I'm very
Pokemon.
shocked.
Leave it alone.
It's Temtem. There's no
Yeah.
Pokemon.
I own Temtem, and I did enjoy Temtem, but I'm very shocked.
There's no Pokemon in there. It's not Pokemon at all.
Unknown
Nintendo,
9.
we apologize for Malachi spreading blasphemy.
It's purely coincidental, okay? It's purely coincidental. They did not know.
Unknown 9 Awakening, PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Warhammer 40k Dark Tide, Xbox Series, and PC. The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt Complete Edition, PS5, Xbox Series. and Windjammers 2, Switch, PC, and Stadia. So there you have it.
Why do you bring that name up again? Why do you keep saying Stadia?
So there you guys have it. That's all the games that's slated for 2021. Again, with the exception of one game that we know for a fact is pushed back to 2022. But all the games that we have right there, excited for it. Can't wait for more games to come out for the next gen consoles and see what's going to happen. I can't wait for my Steam Deck so I can get more on my virtual portable handheld PC. Can't wait for that. And yeah,
Can't wait for more Dragon Age Dreadwolf.
yeah, I cannot wait for them to announce that, man. I can't wait for more of these state plays. I can't wait for more of these events that's going to be happening for the remainder of this year, and I can't wait for the fall. But we're just
Can't wait to see what they're going to come out with next year for sure.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to be the big thing.
Yeah, we just got to be patient and wait and see what the future has for us.
Yeah.
And that actually, guys, wraps up our time here of ALWT Things Gaming. And of course, if you guys want to check out more of our content, make sure you guys are following us on social media platforms. Just type in ALWT Gaming, pretty much anywhere. But we're primarily on Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter and YouTube. And YouTube, if you have a hard time finding us, just type in At Least We Tried Gaming, because At Least We Tried, and we should pop right on up. You guys can also check out our website, www.alwtgaming.com, which is alwtgaming.com. Lastly, didn't pitch this. Want to go ahead and pitch this as we close out. If you guys like energy drinks, go to repsports.com, reppsports.com. Type in ALWT Gaming at checkout and get 15% off your Raise Energy, which I actually have a pack, possibly more, that's coming to my house as we speak. And I cannot wait to have it so I can just have it inside my downstairs mini fridge and just be able to game and drink my Raise Energy that has no sugar in it. Caffeine, another story. Sugar, 0. So be on the lookout for that because we're going to hype it up. I'm about to get ready to jump off here soon so we can go ahead and jump on some Hunter's Arena and then some Smite with maybe a little dab of Final Fantasy 14. I'm not sure how close I am to my next dungeon, but that story, man, 9-ball, it's good and good. I'm very excited where I'm at right now. I'm very excited that certain people are alive that I thought were dead. I cannot wait, man, to just dive back into that world. I'm going to talk to you about all about that off stream because I don't want to spoil that for anybody that may be interested in picking it up later on. Without further ado, guys, that does it here for us. Make sure you guys are checking us out here this Thursday, Smite Night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Might start a little earlier than that because I am actually going to be off that day, but I'm gonna be a little occupied, but I'm off that day from everything.
I like how he's still thinking about what he's talking about, so don't put a guarantee on it.
Just know
So
8 p.m. with the possibility
8
of it being earlier. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We normally go until 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we just have a good time over there, just wrecking fools. You know what I mean?
Or get wrecked.
We ain't gonna talk about that. Until next time, everybody. Control Alt.
Complete.
Music to my ears. Peace.